your patients, without, this is not hyperbole that suggests this could be life and death stuff, right?
Absolutely.
They,
Absolutely.
They must make choices every month. Do I buy these pills or buy food?
Exactly. Do I put a roof over my kids' heads, or do I cut my pills in half? And you think about seniors, too, because this affects Medicaid as well and Medicare. So here's the thing. You know, when you're thinking about Ursodil that I mentioned earlier, it was the only drug for PBC.
Oh.
For 25 years.
So they had a monopoly.
It was the only drug for PBC. And so, you know, it was really difficult. So this is really still one of the only 2 drugs right now. There's another one that was just coming to market recently through another pharmaceutical company. And, you know, they try to lay the blame on manufacturers, on the innovators. And when you think about it, it's an exciting time for us in liver with a cure for hepatitis C. Who thought that we'd have a cure for something?
I didn't.
These innovators, I've been in this liver game for 20 years this year, and there was nothing for so long for patients.
No, there wasn't.
And now we have this innovation. These companies are investing millions and billions of dollars to bring these therapies to market that never existed before for rare liver diseases, for viral diseases, and they should not be penalized because they're bringing something to market. And these PBMs just really muddy the waters.
So for you, I would imagine that some of this is going to be an education process to drive your patients to sites like this, say, rather than just going the old school way, which is what I have done, and checking out costplusdrugs.com, because this is a great opportunity for them to save money.
It really is. In fact, my board president is here with me, and she's a certified nurse practitioner and works with liver patients and GI patients, and they use it. They love it. The patients love it. They have more access now for their patients, and not just with liver, but with IBD and other GI issues. So, you know, she came to be supportive and to let us know that this is, again, a game changer. I can't say that word enough for these patients.
Hold on. So this inhaler I use when I get asthma issues, okay, and I get this nasty cough and bronchitis, the aerosol powder inhaler, $402. Cuban site, $90.
Crazy.
And you're saying all this goes back to this PBMs and how they manipulate the marketplace.
Right. And it's also the insurance companies, because they work directly with them. You know, it's really very disheartening, particularly for patients that, you know, think about this. English is their second language.
Yes.
You know, they're older. They don't have advocates that can help them. You know, these are disenfranchised communities.
It's a wonderful point.
You know, they're being taken advantage. You know, the most needy people that we should be protecting and taking care of are people that are being treated poorly and not, you know, receiving the health care that they deserve.
Susanna, with the Community Liver Alliance, it's a pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for giving us a platform
All
to
this
speak
important.
out.
This is life-saving stuff. And we have an audience, as you know. It's AM Talk Radio. It's 55 plus, and so a lot of the folks listening are going to benefit greatly. Thanks to your info.
Oh, I'm so glad, and we hope that they'll join us in our quest. You
Absolutely.
know, call to action to, you know, make a difference.
We will, and we are. We got the big man, Bill Artman, headed this way with Mark Cuban, folks. Hang in there. We're live at Giant Eagle.
Thank you.
lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm gonna have to...
Market District is the big shot Giant Eagle. It's the biggest. Someone told me it's a half mile. If they don't have it here, they don't have it anywhere. This is the coolest thing. Do me a favor, folks. Go on to this site for me. And just throw in a drug that you use. This is crazy, man. Because I have some asthma issues sometimes, and I get this albuterol. And on Cuban's site, the generic, the drug itself is $355, and you save $172 on Cuban's site. 2,500 different drugs. Hold on, let me just look up infection. It's actually wild. Amoxicillin. Check this out. So a tablet of amoxicillin, which is $85, wow, is $11. Come on. So what happens is they're going to tie this into you as a Giant Eagle customer for several reasons. It's wonderful for Cuban because he's from here. It brings him more awareness and more of a brand here in Pittsburgh, and he loves the Burgh. And number two, for Giant Eagle, it brings them you. And it brings home their point that if you want to save money, if you want quality, come here. And I'm sitting here looking at acyclovir, Zovirax. Very, 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 very common. My daughter gets cold sores. $30 a tablet. Their price is $7. And so what it will do is it will establish a relationship between you and the pharmacist and cost plus and save so much money. It's a great, great opportunity to brand two great business models. And I've got the man, Bill Artman, who's become a good friend, the CEO of Giant Eagle, coming up next. Do not miss this conversation. Hey, folks, Marty here. Just talked to my boy, JK, the king of Oakmont restaurants. The Lot. Have you tried it? Best breakfast you'll ever have. Call
hosts the Mount Lebanon natives' prescription drug savings program. We have more on that story from News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush in the newsroom.
Paul, the Cost Plus company started out as a ship-to-home company. Giant Eagle spokesman Dan Donovan tells Marty Griffin the program's partnership with Giant Eagle will now allow customers to establish a relationship with the pharmacist and the store pharmacy team.
Because I certainly know what medications I need and I take, but I really rely on that connection I have with my pharmacist to make sure that I'm following the rules correctly and I'm doing the things I need to do. So to be able to bridge that between this great program and our wonderful store teams, I think is really powerful.
Cuban's company negotiates prescription prices directly with drug manufacturers and sells them with a 15% markup. In the newsroom, Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A West Mifflin man is dead following a traffic accident last night on Route 51 near Brentwood Town Square. A motorcycle and a BMW coupe collided before 8 p.m., closing 51 in that area while police investigated the fatal crash. The medical examiner's office says 20-year-old Chase Cyphers died about 30 minutes after the accident. Route 51 was reopened a few minutes before midnight. Authorities in Greensburg are trying to locate 36-year-old Ruben Carranza, who was last seen a week ago. He's considered endangered and has a mental health condition. Ruben was last seen driving a white 2002 Toyota Avalon with a Pennsylvania license plate. Police contact information and a picture of Ruben are available at KDKAradio.com. A lot of new development is underway in Pittsburgh ahead of April's NFL Draft. On the Big K Morning Show, commercial real estate expert Perky Pollock predicted the changes underway will transform and redefine downtown.
All of these downtown districts are one cohesive urban core that essentially makes up our downtown. It's just not the old traditional golden triangle that we all grew up thinking about between the three rivers.
Pollock says $1 billion of redevelopment will take place over the next 3 to 5 years. Examples include the $740 million Esplanade Riverfront development, the Andy Warhol Museum expansion, River Life's new hotel next to the Rivers Casino, and Arts Landing, the cultural district's redevelopment along 8th and 9th Streets. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 104 points at 44,216. The Nasdaq is up 119. The S&P is up 28 points. KDKA Sports. Steelers rookie quarterback Will Howard fractured a bone in his throwing hand in practice Tuesday. He's expected to miss at least 3 weeks. Now with more from training camp, News Radio KDKA's Jeff Hathorn.
TJ Watson this year, he's ramping up his work to get ready for the regular season. At times they're holding him out of practice and reps. Now he uses that time to work on ways to get better.
It's just constantly finding new ways to win. Evolving with the game, like Coach T says, adapt or die. But at the end of the day, if you have a fastball that works, keep throwing the fastball.
Watt has worked on both sides of the line of scrimmage, but primarily where he usually is on the left. With the Steelers, Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
The Pirates and Giants play again today at PNC Park. Andrew Heaney starts for the Bucks. And the game is on KDKA Radio. Our coverage starts with Paul Alexander at 11:40. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. Time to call ABC Transit at 724-831-8500. Now hiring CDL and van drivers with signing bonuses paid. 73 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
It's another gigantic two-day sale at Coons Market today and tomorrow, August 6th and 7th. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, original or bun-sized Eckerd Franks, 12-ounce packages, buy one, get two free. In our produce department, Great on the Grill, Idaho potatoes, 5-pound bags at $1.49 each, and Northwest cherries are $1.99 a pound. In our deli department, Greek-style pesto and feta pasta salad, $4.99 a pound. And stock up on these. Selected varieties of Skippy peanut butter, 15 to 16.3 ounce jars, $1.99 each. Selected varieties of Chobana blended yogurt, 4 packs, 2 for $5. And essential everyday deli sliced cheese, 6 to 8 ounce packages, $1.88 each. And selected varieties of Culinary Circle pizza, 14.2 to 33 ounce packages, $3.99 each.
So get in on this giant two-day sale at Coons Market today and tomorrow, August 6th and 7th. Coons Market, a special place in your neighborhood. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Quality food.
Hey, Fitzpatrick, home improvement traffic center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. Lots of busy traffic delays for folks who are trying to travel between Kerwin Heights and Bridgeville on Route 50 Washington Pike. Just keep in mind the crews are out there again doing daylight work today between Myers Street, and the interchange with I-79. They're also going to be working there during your overnights, so if you want to avoid the lane restrictions and the slowdowns, you would want to avoid that area entirely. Parkway West inbound still quite heavy, backing at the top of Green Tree Hill ahead of the Fort Pitt tunnels. On the outbound ride on the Parkway East 376, you're slow at the Bates Street on-ramp before the Squirrel Hill tunnels, 1.5 miles of backups for you there. And the Parkway East inbound getting a little bit heavier right now, perhaps some ball game traffic. It's stacking between Wilkinsburg and Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sunshine the rest of today. Will warm to a high of 84 this afternoon, then clear to partly cloudy tonight. A mild night ahead, low 63. Times of sun and clouds tomorrow. Another warm day, the high 83. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Have a house you're ready to sell? Ryan Shalaba here with the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, and I want to make your next home sale the easiest one yet. Over a decade in business and 175 plus 5-star reviews, we've helped people in all different situations get the most money out of their house when they need it. We'll save you time, money, and stress, and we'll even help you move. Call 412-500-9057. We'll get you a cash offer in as little as 24 hours. That's 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com today.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Marty Griffin. Not Giant Eagle. What's the difference? We're at the Giant Eagle Market District, big store. And I'm here with the CEO and Chairman, Bill Hartman. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Marty.
This is a cool day.
Yeah, real cool. Thanks for having me on the show.
No, it's a really cool day. I mean, I love this kind of stuff. Because you know this, you know the market, you know the business, and you love your job. That's why we're friends. You love to make a difference. You like to make people get what they want from Giant Eagle and value, and this combines all those things, does it not, sir?
Yeah, it really does. We're really excited to have Mark here today. We'll talk more about that, later this afternoon.
Yeah.
But this is an opportunity for once again for us to think like our customers, not for them.
No, it's actually true. For us, for you and I, the reason why I think we're friends is that we both kind of saw our careers from the bottom up and watched everything happen in a store. Kind of give people your background as to why you love this so much and what you've seen and done in this business.
Right, so next week I'll celebrate 40 years with Giant Eagle.
Wow.
I'm really excited about the privilege of working for this great company. And the company was founded on straight beliefs, which is take care of your community will take care of you, take care of your team members will take care of you. And I've just continued that on in my time here. Being in this store, I have a lot of friends here that I work with back, in the 80s that are still here working for Giant Eagle. And, a fun fact about Giant Eagle, there's over 1,100 people or former team members that have over 40 years of service or more with Giant Eagle. And, you don't stay with companies that long, unless A, they're treating you right, and B, you know you're making a difference.
Okay, see, here's why I love you, though, and I mean this. So look behind you, okay? Who is that?
Mario.
Hold on. How many employees does Giant Eagle have?
33,000.
And you know him?
Sure do.
How is that? How is it that you know all these people? Because you make the time to.
I wish I knew more. It changes every day.
But my man, he said to me, I met him this morning. He's friends with one of my boys who's here. Matt Kavanaugh is a chef, wonderful chef with your company. And I think he's in Fox Chapel. Is that true, Mario? Matt's in Fox Chapel? Yeah. And I said that you were coming out here, and he said, I love Bill Hartman. Unsolicited. Now, look, you're the CEO, and you got to kiss up to the boss, but there's something about you that you like the everyday grind of being in the business and kind of being on the floor, do you not, sir?
Marty, I do. My job is to make sure that everybody in this company has what they need to be able to do their jobs, and we're all in this together. Take care of our customers, take care of each other, but my favorite part of the job is being out in the stores. I was out in your store last Friday, Cochrane Road, and I've really been trying to spend more time in the stores, particularly with the Rite Aid Pharmacy acquisitions, speaking with our pharmacy team, speaking with our store team, speaking with our guests, find out what's most important to them. Look, we don't do everything right.
Right.
I know that. But, listening and working on trying to get better every day is it's a primary responsibility.
Bill Artman, the CEO and chair of Giant Eagle, the reason why this is so valuable is because we're kind of in an inflationary period in terms of food costs. You can't go out to dinner anymore without it being $200, and people freak out about the cost of food. So I'm online looking at different drug costs with Cuban's company that you're now partnering with. This is a magnificent opportunity for thousands of your folks to save a hell of a lot of money, is it not, sir?
It sure is. With the Rite Aid acquisition that we made, over 80 prescription files we purchased, and a number of Rite Aid freestanding pharmacies, which we continue to open up. We have 5 now, soon to be a couple more. Our commitment all along has been provide high-quality food and pharmaceuticals to our guests at an affordable price, and this is one more example of how we're changing the current condition to better the opportunity for our guests to save money.
Yeah, it's kind of cool in that the only thing that I get, and I've sent you pictures because you're receptive to this stuff, lines of folks because of this transition from Rite Aid to Giant Eagle. You're working through that. You're hiring more people. You got your Dan Donovan's out working on a Saturday, loading scripts. You know what I'm saying? He's a big shot. You're making sure this gets done and starts really humming, aren't you, sir?
We are. We talked about this about a month ago when I had a chance to be on the show, an opportunity to be on the show. There's a pinch point to sign new patients up on the pharmacy. Our pharmacy teams are dynamic, and they're working really hard. We added more technology by adding more registers. We've hired hundreds of Rite Aid team members. They continue to onboard and come over. And we're getting better, particularly in that, I'd call it 15 or 20 stores that the volume, the space didn't support the volume that came in, but we're remodeling pharmacies. When we sold Gecko, Marty, I talked about how we were going to use the proceeds of such, and this Rite Aid opportunity presented itself. I look at this not only as a good business move for Giant Eagle, but a great opportunity where else would our customers get their scripts filled? And this provides them, another option, and Giant Eagle, being able to accommodate that. But there's different numbers that float around. I was reading an article. It's over 30 million prescriptions we fill a year at Giant Eagle, and it's a big responsibility. And we do it we do it safely, and we do it promptly and efficiently. And I'm really proud of our team.
Well, just crunching some numbers here, my friend. At costplusdrugs.com, and this is how this partnership will work. I look at one drug that I use when I have asthma situation, and it's a savings in one drug, sir, of $400. So you're going to connect Mark Cuban, his company, your pharmacist, your people, with a chance so that not only can they get a drug they can trust, but an insane value, sir.
That's exactly right. Over 2,500 drugs, I think, are what's available on Mark's site, and it's just a great opportunity for customers to come in, engage with their pharmacist. If they still want to use mail order, they can still use mail order, but Giant Eagle is now an option for them to use the Cuban card at Giant Eagle as well. No,
I like this too because that gives you the choice, right?
Absolutely.
Does it not, sir?
Think like the customer.
So they can go either way.
Sure.
Hey, I see this business as crazy, your business. I see Walmart and the service and the cost. And so people are always freaked out about cost. I'm not defending anything, but I know this. You're at a really, really low margin business. And when I tell people it's 2 to 3%, they don't believe me. But it's a tight margin business, isn't it, sir?
Very tight margin business. The folks that have scale out there like Walmart.
Yes.
45 times bigger than Giant Eagle, and
45 times.
45 times bigger than Giant Eagle, and look, they have the leverage, and Walmart does what Walmart does, and other retailers do what they do. What we can focus on is being the best version of Giant Eagle. That's what we should get up every day and doing. We aren't the other guy. You're going to pay a little bit more at Giant Eagle, but what we need to do is make sure we have the right variety, make sure we have high quality and a better service level. And if we can do that, I think everybody will look at this as good value play, and value gets value in my opinion, or price gets magnified in the absence of value. So how can we stay focused on providing the total package, inclusive of our loyalty program and inclusive of having affordable pharmaceuticals, which is what we're here for today.
Hey, the number one complaint I get, and we've had this discussion, hey, that Giant Eagle, man, that's too expensive. That place is a rip-off. What's your comment to that, sir?
We continue to work every day at how we can keep costs down at Giant Eagle, and keep the feedback coming. It's opportunities like this today, which is thinking out of the box, which is going to enable us to react to pharmaceutical pricing, which is something that we were, been doing the same way for a long time.
Yes, sir.
So keep the feedback coming.
And everyone will get one of these cards, cost plus?
Sure, just go online and sign up for the card. I'm gonna have one. I'm gonna have one myself.
Yeah.
Mine's on the way over right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm going through drug prices. It's a massive difference. I feel stupid for not doing this in the past. And this is a chance. I would suggest that consumers like myself and yourself, they sit down today and just pull up this list, costpricedrugs.com, and look at their drug and compare, right?
That's right. Yeah, best way to do it is see if there's a drug that's offered on there and take advantage of the better pricing.
Bill Artman, Chairman and CEO of Giant Eagle. It's also really cool that Mark's a hometown guy. This means a lot to him and to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it means I'm looking forward to spending some time with Mark today. Obviously, I'm a Shark Tank fan like everybody. I'm a sports fan, and I'm a Pittsburgh fan. And being born and raised here, and Mark being born and raised here, I look at this as both of us coming together to do something right for the community.
Bill Artman, my man, it's an honor, sir, and it's a pleasure to call you friend. What I like about him is he goes to the store and walks through. Like you went through the store where we shop, where you worked years ago. What are you looking for?
Well, first off, I'm looking to talk to team members
I see.
and see if they have what they need, and be a better listener than a talker. And people think that in jobs like mine, you go in trying to catch people doing things wrong. I like to go in and catch them doing it right.
Nice.
And we have a lot of hard-working team members out there, and the least we can do is go out there and thank them, for the job they do. It's a hard job, and they do it every day, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Man, you're disarmingly nice. You're not the arrogant, rich, ignorant, jag-off CEO that people expect. In fact, my man Mario said he's unsolicited. He's a wonderful man. How do you pull off both, man, in a business that is so damn cutthroat and so damn competitive? How do you pull off both?
First off, it was nice of you to say all those things.
It's true, man.
You got me a little bit
I hear
off
it all
guard.
day long.
I'm not sure I fit that description every day. Marty, I've just always believed in treating people. The old slogan: treat people like you want to be treated. No, treat people like they want to be treated.
Nice.
And go about treating people like that every day. And I found that building relationships, you can build relationships and they last forever. If you're not sincere, particularly in the job that we're in, people can see right through that.
It's a pleasure.
Well, thank you very
much.
much.
We'll see you a little bit later with Mr. Cuban and yourself.
Great. Thanks a lot for being here.
My man, Bill Artman, the man. We'll be right back.
Take care.
baby pool in the house to collect water. And NASCO Roofing is going to put a new roof on our house. It's that kind of company, man. It's that kind of service. It's that kind of commitment. NASCO Roofing. Labor, fantastic. Pricing, fantastic. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000. 2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh.
Thank you so much.
Plumbing and electric leak. How this is going to play out. Going to a Pirate Baseball in a few minutes, but then we're going to stream live at noon, our interview with Mark Cuban and Bill Artman. So go to Get Marty page on Facebook or on X, and then we'll play the entire thing in its entirety tomorrow. I appreciate the fact that we've been given access to the store, to Mark, who's extremely busy, and to Bill Artman, who's just as busy. I like the opportunity because, and for the listeners out there who think I'm pandering to Giant Eagle and Cuban, I am. And I'll tell you why. Because I see the window here, and the opportunity is crazy. I'm just going through some of these drugs and the price difference. Don't listen to me. Go to costplusdrugs.com. Okay? Let me grab one for coughing. I'm serious. So, looking for different drugs for coughing. They're less than half the price. Absolutely not. Even benzoate. These are these little pills you take when you have a cough. We get them all the time. They're little round gold things. Tessalon. Anyway, the retail price is $42. The price on this site, costplusdrugs.com, is $7. Okay? Go to any drug that you use. And the truth of the matter is, hold on, let me look. Antibacterial. Go to any drug that you use, and they have 2,500 of them. And the truth of the matter is that it's insanely, the difference is crazy cheap. And what happens is, and we talked about this earlier in the day without getting into the minutia of it, these big pharmaceutical companies have what are called PBMs. And I didn't know any of this until today. Pharmacy benefit managers, they get in the middle of it and they manipulate prices and sell something for one price and other things for another price. And that's what happens with drugs, okay? What Cuban does, what his company does, they eliminate that. All right? And let me look at diabetes. This is actually really interesting because so many folks that are listening have insulin issues. So I'm going to go to diabetes here. You got to do this yourself. And why is this relationship so important? Well, now as a Giant Eagle customer, you get one of these costplusdrugs.com. You get the drug, you get the pharmacist you trust, boom, winner. Everybody wins. How about that? Everybody wins. Pharmaceutical drugs by tablet that are $50. Cuban's price $9. How about that? Glucose testing strips that are $30. Cuban's price $12. Look, man, the only thing in this for me is that you save money and that you make a difference in terms of every single day when you're freaking out about the cost of drugs. And I completely get it. And all of us need a break. And so what will happen is you go onto this site, costplusdrugs.com, sign up, get a card, boom, hook up with Giant Eagle, and go. And it's a fabulous chance for you to benefit greatly. So here's how this is going to play out. We're going to go to Pirate Baseball, the pregame next, and then we're going to stream live on our Get Marty page on Facebook and on X in about 20 minutes. Live with Mark Cuban and Bill Artman. We'll play the entire thing in its entirety tomorrow morning. All right, folks, be careful out there and check out costplusdrugs.com. Go Pirates.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These